Sorry guys, I keep forgetting to put do not call on here, so this is really messing up my vlog. I'm having to start all over. But anyway, who am I to take what you did and, you know, put it all out there? So I was thinking about that. And on Instagram now, Bishop Jakes, well, he's been doing it, but he's doing it more, now that people aren't meeting, congregating in the churches. The pastors, the bishops are now putting more stuff on their Instagram, Facebook pages, things like that. Well, he put this on his Instagram. Let's see when he do this, if it has a date. I think it was, so it was this morning. I think. I'm not sure. I want to say it was this morning. But it's a picture of him, I guess, standing in his yard looking out the gate with the gate closed. And I read this and I really loved it. And I just want to reread this or read this to you all. Now, I did not write this. This is by Bishop T.D. Jakes and it is on his Instagram page. So, this is what he said. He said, to those of you that live in areas that have restricted our ability to mingle and you've been wise enough to comply, this is a great time to pray, plan, and prepare. Whatever is on the other side of this required complete global disruption. Many people are just waiting for normal to return, but disruptions come to liberate you from what was and to prepare you for what is next. I love that. There will be bankruptcies and billionaires born out of the same experience. There will be bitter divorces and couples who fell back in love, resulting in stronger marriages that date back to these days. There will be churches that close down and circuits to the hardship that this brings, and others that initiate massive revival with innovative ideals because COVID-19 came to town. There will be leaders who win the hearts of their people by fighting for their best interests. There will be others whose cowardice or narcissism will destroy the equilibrium of your organization. A warm hand will reach out to the family, or a bitter tongue will destroy it. Both will attribute the virus. Now, this is the part that got me, and it played right into my train of thought on what was going on with me. Which one will you be? Give that some thought as you look out the fence at a world shaking in unprecedented ways. So I say this again. Which one will you be? But I had to look at myself and say, which one will I be? Will I be the one that's disruptive? Will I be the one that's bitter? Will I be the one that break things up? Will I be the coward and the narcissist? Will I be the one that is bringing revival into whatever area it is that I'm in? Revival can be reviving the people that's around me, uplifting them, reviving my own spirit and life. Revival, you can revive a whole lot of different things, not just in the church. Will I be the one that's talking against somebody else's relationship to help break that up while we're in the midst of this and everybody having to be close together and inside the house? Will I come out a billionaire versus bankrupt and my finances are all jacked up? Well, I say this. I want to be on the side of righteousness and justice. And I want to be the one that's the billionaire. I want to be the one that maybe find love in the midst of COVID-19. I want to be the one that when it comes out of the wash at the end, I want to be the one that's still sitting up high and I have my character intact. I'm still an honest person. Matter of fact, I've come out of this better when it comes to me as a person. I've gotten in here. I've got a master plan from the Lord and how to handle my finances, my career, my personal life, my spiritual life, all these things. I want to come out on top. And so I say to you, where's the beef in your life? Are you beefing with another person that's in your home? Are you beefing with your children who may not live in your home? Are you beefing at the job with a coworker? Are you beefing with your boss? Are you beefing with yourself because you're unhappy with who you are and where you're at? Where's the beef? In our lives, we all have to take an assessment and look around and see what it is that we are doing. And a lot of times we will project out. We may be unhappy with some parts of our life, and so instead of us being able to come in, which is what we're doing now, and say, okay, let me take a look at me. Let me see what's really wrong with me, versus pointing my fingers and seeing what's wrong with everybody else. A mature individual can take a look at themselves and be honest enough to say, you know what? I've fallen here. I have shortcomings there. I'm not even pulling my weight over here. I'm doing this great. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how awesome I was in that spot. When you can sit down and do an assessment of yourself and be honest, then you can have the time to look at somebody else and point your finger and talk about the things they're doing wrong. Excuse me. But until we get to that point, we shouldn't have nothing to say. Because this has given us all time to figure out where's the beef in our life. I'm looking at mine, and I made a conscious decision this morning that I was going to be one of the ones that was going to be on top versus one of the ones on the bottom. I can't change what has happened with the coronavirus. I didn't make it come. I can't make it go. I can abide to the rules that have been put in place for what I need to do while we're trying to work through this. And I do believe it came for a purpose and a reason. For me, I don't think anything is happenstance in my life. So if I meet somebody, I talk to someone, I'm interacting with someone, there is a reason. And I may not know when it's going to come back around. And it may be just for that moment that we're touching, interacting, and sharing with each other something that might encourage each other in our day. You know, I don't know why everything happens. What I do know is that I can have a better outlook about the things that happen. I can be more positive, and I can be more encouraging to myself and to others during this. So I say to whoever or anybody, please somebody who happens to see this vlog today, that you will take it and you'll do your own assessment and decide where's the beef in your life and which person do you want to be when all this comes to the end. We know that we're never going to go back to the normal we had before this started. It's just not going to happen. There's no way it could. There are so many people who have passed that there are thousands of people who will never go back to normal because they don't have their loved ones here anymore. There are thousands of people who may not go back to the same job because it's shut down, it closed, it may not open back up, or once this was over with, they decided to take a whole different route in their career and what they wanted to do. There are going to be thousands of people who relationships break up because of either the distance, can't be together, or being in the house, you really taking a look at each other and decided we was already, on the shaky ground and on the board of trying to decide, should we stay, should we go? And this just tipped us over to say we should go. There are going to be people who are on that same, fence, toddling on the fence, and they were thinking before this happened that, you know what, I really hate you. I don't want to be with you. Excuse me, this is not going to work. But for whatever reason, once they had to be in the house and don't have the outside forces being involved, and they having to take a look at each other and slow down, that they've had time to talk about their differences and what's going on and realize that it wasn't as bad and as big as they thought, and they rekindled working on that relationship that they had before, but better because they're at a different place. There's going to be a lot of things that change all of us by the time this comes to an end. And I hope the majority of it will be for the best. I do send my condolences and my love and much prayer to everyone who has lost somebody in this. I can't imagine, and I hope I don't have to go through it, and that's selfish on my part. But to be honest, I don't want to lose my parents now. No matter what disagreements we have, and the case may be, I love my parents. I don't want to lose any of my siblings. I don't want to lose any of my friends. I don't want to lose anybody that I've just came in contact with just for however long it was. For a long time, a short time, you know, whatever. And I'm not ready to leave here. So for one of the ones that are Republican in Texas, no, sir, I'm not going nowhere. So, yeah, I'm going to end this because I think the other one was about 10 minutes long. But I just wanted to come on and say, where's the beef? Look around and see if you got one in your house. And I hope everybody's having a fabulous, what do they call these jazz hands? Fabulous Saturday. And I'll be talking to you because, heck, I ain't got nothing else to do. You're in, I'm in. Share the video. If you have a comment, something you want to say, something you think we should dialogue about, hey, hit me up. Put it in the comments. Please subscribe. Hit the bell, ding, 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 and I'll definitely make sure that I look at the comments, get any content from what you're saying, and hopefully as time goes on, my content will be more along the lines of what I feel like that this channel should be, and it will be much more interesting for you, and you'll tell other people about it. So, hey, have a great day, and thank you for turning in to Defining Deborah. Bye.